Okay, so this is the MLG VODs, Fnatic versus FaZe, Dorado, both teams running a load of tanks. Nothing surprising. Fnatic, one of the few teams I think that didn't run 76 like ever, even when they were losing and even when it probably made sense. So that was one of their problems. They never ran McCree. I could do a video actually on why I thought NBS's McCree was really good, or just why McCree I think is still viable right now. But it won't matter. Story of this tournament though. FaZe beat Liquid, Fnatic beat Bull. It was like a nail biter. Both the matches were actually nail biters. I think most of the games in this tournament were really close, like for the most part. I don't remember a lot of stomps, to be honest with you. If you're getting mad about these YouTube playback controls, I can't really help you. I mean, like, they're here and I can't watch it on downloaded VODs because the quality is really, really bad. So if you're upset about this play button and you're watching this YouTube VOD later, I can't do much about it. Sorry. And yeah, I talked about this already though. I like this comp on defense on this map. It just stuffs them. I mean, you just stuff this choke. You could argue that maybe like a Mei would be good. You could even ditch a second healer. Like, I don't actually know how good Forsaken is here. I'm sure it like helps, but in terms of actually making a difference, I'm not the biggest fan of it, I guess. Or like, you could argue that it could go away. You could like run a Mei or a Symmetra or something. I mean, it's all up to preference. Generally, if you do single healer though, you want 76 because the heal station's really good. Fnatic though, Fnatic ran this like every map, not the Widowmaker. Pretty sure Bonatill's the Lucio. But they ran this core composition of like 4 tanks the entire tournament, and it worked. I mean, for them. So that's just one thing to note. I don't really like the comp all the time, but they didn't change, so it's not even worth me really getting into. Like, they're never gonna change, you know. Danny 27 extra follows, guys. The file itself is just really low quality. Like, I don't even know what this goes up to. Whatever.
It's an interesting discussion, but both teams are up and at the ready. And what can we expect from this FaZe defense?
Yes, I mean, like, pretty much you just want to sit on the cart with Fnatic's comp. That's kind of the entire point of their comp, is just sit on the cart and make them come to you and then just shred them. And the same thing goes for FaZe's comp. Oh god, what did I just do? Alright, whatever. We'll pause anyway because I want to talk. Actually, I don't want to talk over this. I'll talk over the next thing. This is a good hook. I think both teams traded hooks. It's a good thing that Too Easy hit that hook, because I think if he didn't, they might have actually killed Fact Fiction, or at least like done a lot more. Fact Fiction's already at 65% ult, which is really good for FaZe. I mean, I already watched this part, so I'm kind of cheating. But Zom's at 50, Coolmat at 50. Fact Fiction gets a really early Earth Shatter, and this is like something I think teams don't realize, or that players don't realize sometimes. If like you get your Earth Shatter or you get your ult like super fast, like at the beginning of the game, you should just use it immediately. Like, if you know that you have your you have like your ult like way before the enemy team has their ults, or you know that you got it first, like you just know in your head that you did way more damage than you should have, then you should probably try to pop it. Like you see here, Fact Fiction even got Earth Shatter before Kusa got, or like at the same time Kusa got Nano Boost, which is like pretty crazy, and he even got it faster than Rockets got Nano Boost. It's interesting to me actually how much damage Too Easy's done, because Too Easy has like 3 times as much ult percentage as Buds, or 2 times as much. So FaZe is feeling pretty good, but this is a really good play by Fact Fiction just to know, okay, I just got my Earth Shatter super fast, we should just use it again. And then that Earth Shatter hits like 2 or 3 people and it's just GG. I mean, for this push anyway. But like, this is really good positioning. I think Stoop screws up here. I don't know why he Earth Shattered. It was like, him and Happy get 2 kills, but they trade Earth Shatter and 2 people. So now Zoms and Too Easy are dead, but Stoop is still dead, so they should just back out right now, FaZe. Like, I don't know how far up they should realistically be. I guess that they should be waiting for Stoop anyway on the cart. But you don't want to get hooked right now or be in a bad position. Like, they should be waiting for Too Easy to get back to the fight, and now he's in. So he just instantly pops Whole Hog again because he knows that, first of all, there's no Earth Shatter to come out because Stoop wastes it, and he has it really fast. And that wins them this push. Like, just the fact that he got it. Fact Fiction's getting these Earth Shatters really fast, too. I don't know what's going on with Fnatic, that they're just letting him hit all the... I guess it's just a lot of fire strikes, and you just shoot into tanks. But this is where the game gets clowny. Both teams have Graviton. Coolmat dies, but... Coolmat's Graviton was just really good there. But this is what happens when you run quad tank against quad tank. Both teams just kind of deathball the cart, and then... Especially on this map, it's like super tight-knit. Or super close quarters, rather. But that was more or less just Coolmat hitting a really good Graviton. Zombs didn't really work out that well. So Zombs goes 76. I like this because you can just stay up top, obviously. But they gave up the Zarya. Not that I really mind, though. Like, Zarya is good, but teams were definitely flirting without it, or just flirting running without it. Butts is kind of just chilling down here, looking for a hook. I feel like there was a mistake in this match, I think. Oh, what's up? Aower, thanks for the sub. But so, like, I don't know if it was this match. There was a match where I remember one team and just thinking, like, why would you do this? Okay, so Shadowburn falls, right? Alright, this is actually really weird. I don't know why they did this. Because this was, like... This was actually really awkward. I want to go back, like, 10 seconds. It's going to be hard because I don't have the best controls. Okay. So like watch this. I don't know what FaZe is doing here because this actually confused me and I was getting mad at the desk. Like me, Monty, and Doe were watching this. Okay, so Shadowburn falls is actually probably the best thing. Like Shadowburn falls down here, like by himself, which is pretty good, right? Like it initiates this fight. Press J. Okay, I'll press J next time. Shadowburn falls down. I shouldn't use this color. Shadowburn falls down and then it forces Kusa to pop Nano Boost onto Stoop. And then like all of FaZe like jumps down for some reason, and I don't really get why, because all that needs to happen now is just Shadowburn can just go back up here and then like they can just sit here and wait out this Nano Boost, but instead they like drop down to take a fight. But it looks so weird to me. Like watch, Nano Boost, FaZe is like okay, like whatever, the cart's not even moving, and then FaZe is like, oh, we're coming down guys, and like they go into this fight where first of all of Fnatic's waiting and the Nano Boost is up. Like, I feel like they could have just baited it. And then this happens. Like, they just get slammed. Well, like, I don't think they needed to get slammed. I don't know. It's just weird. I like this Nano Boost from Raucus. I mean, it just buys time, but it's a little awkward. This whole fight was just really awkward. Because Raucus was in a weird position, but they just burned a lot of ults, and Shadowburn wasn't even really on the cart. Forsaken's doing a really good job of dying on the cart, though, here. Like, the cart didn't really move this whole time, but I don't know that they had to even do it that way. Like, I don't know that they had to lose that fight so bad to make, like, just to do that. Like, I don't even know if the Nano Boost was that worth it in the end, but I still don't know why they fell down. Like, I don't think they had to fall down at all. I think that they could have just been like, okay, they pop Nano Boost, then you just wait, like, 5 seconds, break the Reinhardt shield, and then go for the Earth Shatter play. The Stoop countered really well there. But it was a good thing that Forsaken died the way he did, because now they get to take this fight. It was like the second fight at the cart. That's an unfortunate hook. That's like a game-winning hook, or at least a point-winning hook. I thought Too Easy was really good with his plays this tournament, because like he would always gravitate. He would always, what's it called? He would always pop whole hog every time that there was like an ult against his team. But it's like too little too late here. You lose one player in tank meta, like tank v tank, and you just kind of get rolled over. And that was just Coolmat running Graviton. Like there's no Graviton on FaZe, so they're just going to lose. So now Shadowburn goes Genji. Now you're running 2-2-2, which is interesting. Zombs goes back to the Zarya. I mean, it's okay. I think, alright, so I just want to point this out too. I think if you run quad tank into Fnatic, you're kind of like trying to lose, or you're not really trying to lose, but you're like playing into what they want to do. Like, I think one of the reasons why Fnatic was able to win so many games is because teams were like so reliant on D.Va, but they wound up losing to teams that aren't so reliant to D.Va and stuff. Like the second that you remove the D.Va from the game, you kind of like negate the strength of Coolmat. Like, Coolmat's entire purpose is to play, like, the pocket Zarya and, like, just melt the enemy D.Va, but if there is no enemy D.Va, then his, like, roll gets kind of wonky. Like he gets gravitons a lot slower, he gets his ult slower, like he gets charged slower. So I think one of the biggest reasons actually why FaZe matched up pretty well against Fnatic was because they could just get rid of the D.Va. Zom switching here is risky, obviously. More or less because they don't really have a hero to like control the high ground at all. They just have a Zarya and a Roadhog. There's no like range damage. I mean, unless you count shurikens, but it's not really that much. I wouldn't mind a Reaper from Zoms or something, or like whatever. I guess Reaper feels kind of bad right now, but I think one of the reasons why Envious beat Fnatic so handily in the match before this was because they ran Reaper, because Reaper just dumpsters Roadhog and Zarya, and then suddenly Happy Cool has to like deal with a Reaper, and then Too Easy can like hit hooks and stuff. I think there was definitely some legitimacy to Reaper picks in this tournament because it forces the divas to play like a defensive diva, and then it removes the aggression. So Fact Fiction dies. I think Stoop dies here too. Yeah. And I tried to take the high ground, which was definitely the play, but I think FaZe just won the spam more a little bit better. Shadowburn's just like being a menace. Like he never dies on Genji, and that's why he's so good. Is like he always knows how to get out of bad situations.
The first fight they've won decisively since the beginning of the map, and that primarily came from Forsaken closing it out. I'm not sure if they needed it.
They pushed up pretty well here. I think there was a play in this tournament or in this map where Fnatic kind of screws up because they like try to push up too far. So now it's okay for FaZe. I mean, Fnatic, they don't really have great ult combos. They have Earthshatter. Earthshatter on this point is pretty hard to hit. Graviton's good. Nano Boost isn't really the best because unless you Nano Boost Cool Mat, it's not really that great. And then FaZe just has Nano Boost, which is honestly more than enough. Like Nano Boost by itself on a tank can delay the cart for a very, very long time. So like this is something that I think people don't realize too, is that Too Easy just instantly pops this whole hog, and it kind of forces the D.Va to just waste her nano boost. Like you have a D.Va that now does extra damage, but instead he's just forcing this D.Va to sit there with defense matrix up or like risk getting pushed out of the map. And like that's just a good thing, I think. Like you'll notice throughout this tournament that like whenever Too Easy gets initiated on, he just pops whole hog, and he'll like use it when his team gets graviton, he'll use it when the D.Va gets nano boosted, he'll use it when the D.Va's on his team. It's kind of like you treat D.Va Matrix like an ult, and then you change like you're just trading an ult for an ult, but it's just whole hog, and whole hog isn't even really that good. But like you see, like they're just wasting this entire nano boosted D.Va, whole hogging Too Easy, and now suddenly like he doesn't have anything. Fact Fiction, it's a good Earth Shatter, gets a kill, and now I think FaZe is in a really good spot. What up, Nader? Zom, do you know what's funny, dude? I was talking to somebody at the Twitch party, or it wasn't a Twitch party, like I guess it was at MLG, but I don't remember where, but they were saying like, oh, did you ever notice how, like, I was talking to Zoms the other day, did you ever see how bad his Twitch name is? They were like, it's literally ZOMBS with underscores, and I was like, haha, now you're here. But I mean, you knew that, I knew that. So this is kind of unfortunate. Too Easy hits a really good hook there. Like, they should have definitely been able to push up, but that's kind of the weakness of running the Genji. Like, they don't have burst damage now on the side of FaZe. They kind of are relying on existing more so than getting kills. It's just the way the comp works. I mean, you could argue the same thing for Fnatic. These comps, like, don't get kills. That's kind of, like, the problem with tank comps. People are just like, you just kind of like rely on attrition. If one team's Ana dies, the game is usually won, or like the point or the fight's usually won. But like you see Fnatic's comp, like the only way that they get a kill really is if Buds gets a hook and Zombs doesn't have bubble, or if like there's an Earth Shatter that turns into 2 or 3 people getting killed and Ana has to heal too many people. But like you see it there, like Too Easy hits a really good hook, and it literally brings somebody from like here to here, and the whole, there was no, everyone was here from Fnatic, and they still couldn't get the kill by the time the Roadhog got from like this point to this point, because what's going to kill them? Like Zarya is not fully charged, Fire Strike's not going to be there, and you're running a Genji with just shurikens. So like it's just something to note, is that you're not going to really get kills with these. To see the same thing, like he gets Shadowburn there, it doesn't turn into anything. Full hits like a 3 or 4 man graviton. That's really good.
Coming out here from Fnatic.
Easy dies on the cart.
On the ropes, they suffered
They do a good job of dying on the cart. I think Forsaken needs to just die right now. Or the Shadowburn's like still alive.
roll on DPS, but he
Yeah, Rockets dies on the cart. That's good. I think Shadowburn gets bullied here. I remember him getting bullied. Yeah, he gets bullied here.
very quickly. You can see Shadowburn trying to run for his life, trying to stay up. They want to take one more solid 6v6 fight here.
Good graviton from Zoms. I think he gets shit on. Yep, there it is. He gets earth shattered. So that was a really good play from Stoop.
with a great earth shatter that stopped Shadowburn.
I think Fnatic probably did the best job of any team dealing with Shadowburn's Dragon Blades and stuff. Like, you'll notice actually, like, that's like the first of many where Shadowburn has like the roughest time of his life.
Unless they get a kill or two right here, Huck, they're not gonna
Easy kills Vonethil, which is a big deal. Now it's like kind of coming back in FaZe's favor. But you see, like, FaZe kind of had to step up there. Zoms hits a good graviton, Shadowburn gets shut down, but then everyone else kind of like cleans up for it. I will say though that no team was really able to finish this map except for maybe Envious. I don't think anybody really. There were so many full holds and then like second point holds on this map that it was kind of like wonky.
oftentimes we see holds in the
Like even getting the card to that point was a big deal, I think, for Fnatic because it's very hard to finish maps against tank comp for sure, unless you get like crazy team wipes. But you'll see like it's very hard to get team wipes.
hero that maybe they'd consider the switch, but unfortunately he did not. And
All right, let's go.
He did have a good game, especially given the circumstances. I mean, let's just look at it logically here. He's from Australia. He has no cold resistance, and Bud still is
on the Genji, and you know how lethal.
It's a great counter to Shadowburn when he goes in.
Did they run Torb Symmetra?
Same note, it's still
I don't remember. I think the Torb was shit, right?
of course had a whole bunch of great game-changing earth shadows yesterday.
No, it's just Torb. Zoms is just trolling me. This is like actually so shitty for casters, by the way, when you do shit like this. When you like run Torb Symmetra on fucking offensive team and the casters like aren't paying attention. Like I right there honestly thought that Zoms was playing defensive Torbjorn, not even realizing that I just watched them play offense or defense rather.
Little meta factors that goes into this.
So Vonethil is doing just putting up his turrets. The nice thing about new Symmetra is that you can like put up 3 junk turrets now if you get there fast enough. And then you can let them die and then you'll still have your 6 up. So it's just literally free ult charge for Symmetra.
on your team to just kind
What stops Graviton self-destruct from working in the pro level? Reinhardt's and Maze, I guess. Maywall's. Maywall's really good against the bomb.
Well, speaking of Fnatic and their team composition as it's coming out here, we will have Vonethil coming out.
So I like the Symmetra. I mean, I think Symmetra's just good.
Success we saw from other teams on Symmetra yesterday. I'm gonna be curious to see how this works out. Where FaZe, they're gonna have to go in here. They're going up their brute force comp, and they have to hope to get an early pick here, Huck, because if they don't,
So that was like a free 10% on Vonethil, and he didn't really have to worry about anything.
coach having people to prep.
The second they see this, I wouldn't mind for Shadowburn. I think Shadowburn goes Genji here, but I wanted them to go Pharah because they don't have any anti-air, and like they never really had anti-air on the side of Fnatic. Like they always ran Zarya instead of 76.
Farah at all times, the Shadowburn
So Shadowburn like pokes, but it's kind of like
Shadowburn, it's gonna
is it enough? It's like he does go Pharah, which is good.
be the other Ana trying to keep the Farah alive, and Shadowburn getting some nice poke to start this out.
But then he gets like slammed here, and I think he gets mad and switches.
The better Shadowburn there.
I forget.
Believe
I
that
feel like he doesn't stay Pharah.
Yeah, and that basically means a full reset for FaZe. They're just gonna wait it out. It looks like Shadowburn's gonna stay on it. I thought it was pretty.
Pharah's really good though. No, he goes Genji. So like, okay, this is something that like C9 did too. They like saw Symmetra and then they went Genji. And like, I don't think it's good at all. I think that you're kind of just relying on your team doing well. You're not really trying to. I don't know what the word is. Like, he thinks. So like, look at how he dies. First of all, this is like pretty bot-like if you think about it. Like, think about the way in which he just fed. Like he comes in, he like spams like rockets. He doesn't even really use his conk. He doesn't do anything. He just tries to like take this 1v1 with a Symmetra, misses a few rockets, and then gets 3 shot down by an Ana. But like, what did he think was gonna happen there? Like, of course, like any hero would have died if they were just flying in the sky right there. So like, he switches off to Pharah. He switches off Pharah to Genji, but Genji's just like straight up worse against this Fnatic comp because they're running the Symmetra. Like the Symmetra turrets and the Symmetra herself just actually destroy Genjis. So like, I don't know why, like at this point you're thinking to yourself like, I can't run Pharah because they have an Ana on the other team, and like that shouldn't even be a thing. So it wasn't really, I didn't like the switch, but he goes pretty deep here, which isn't good, but he always goes deep on this hero.
tried and true
Like if you played this aggressive with the Pharaoh, it would have been a completely different game. So he gets hooked, somehow survives, doesn't get comboed by Buds, I guess that was. Yeah, Buds doesn't kill him. But he should have died there probably. Shadowbot. But I think FaZe is giving up way too much room here. Like, look how much space FaZe is getting. Or not FaZe. I think Fnatic's giving up too much room. Like, I don't know how Too Easy killed Kusta, but now it's just going to spiral out of control. Even I honestly don't even know how Shadowburn kills Vonethil. Like, I feel like Fnatic just misplayed this really hard. Like, they gave up way too much space. Their supports were out of position at the end, and then somehow FaZe rolls in. But I don't actually think that this works 9 times out of 10. I think this was just Fnatic just not being comfortable with the Symmetra or something, or not knowing how to engage. Because they get, like, completely rolled by a comp that I honestly don't think should have rolled them. And I honestly don't know how Too Easy gets a hook on the Ana there. Like, once the Ana dies, the game's just over. Your bubble came out late, though, dude. Like, he already got shot by the fucking Roadhog. Like, your bubble didn't save him at all, Zoms. Relax. I know that hitting E on the Genji is like a hard task, but it wasn't why he survived there. What's my mom calling me? Nano Blade gets Earth Shattered again, but somehow, or Slept Dart. So like that was like the first of many sleep darts by Kusta that like actually were game changing, I think. I mean, it could have been game changing, but I mean, Shadowburn in reality didn't do too much there. Got like the kill on Lucio, which was good. Shit talk Zoms, dude. Zoms in my chat trying to tell me that his bubble was good. His bubble was actually late, and Bud should have killed Shadowburn. Yeah, he didn't even shield the Roadhog shot, and he was like trying to tell me that he's the reason why they're winning. So Happy gets a cool kill with the gets a kill with the what's it called? With the mech suit, and then suddenly it's just GG for that push. Oh, Rockus got pinned. I didn't notice. So like Shadowburn tries really hard to live here. I think this This is one of those instances. This is like the first of many instances where Fnatic like screws up really bad. Okay, like look right here. Just look at this positioning that they're in. They don't have ults on anybody, so I understand why you would want to push up here. But like Too Easy getting this kill on Vonethil is actually really dumb. Like there's actually no way that this should happen. I don't know how this happened. Like Fnatic should have just been happy with the fact that they get the team kill and they can like push them back. But now Too Easy gets a kill on Vonethil and you're like, okay, I don't understand why. But now like look at the positioning from Fnatic. They kill Fact Fiction late, which is I mean fine, I mean good. Okay, you kill Fact Fiction, cool. But they trade so much for it. Like now Shadowburn dies, but Too Easy gets the return kill right now on Buds. And that's actually so big because now Fnatic does like FaZe doesn't even have to wait. They can just walk forward. Like what's it called? Fact Fiction and Shadowburn will catch up, but now FaZe is just Fnatic's just down players. And then I'm pretty sure Too Easy and them just walk in right now. Like they try to go high ground, which doesn't make sense because they don't have time to go high ground. So this is just like a weird positional error from Fnatic, I think. But like it all started with that hook from, or not that hook, yeah, that hook from Too Easy, like that late kill. It's like now they just get the cap, but it's all because of that kill on Buds. Like Too Easy got the double kill with the hook, and that really should not have happened. I mean, it was a good play from him, but I don't know that it should have been allowed. You know, like good job Too Easy, but like I think it was also just really bad job Fnatic because that shouldn't have been a thing. Like Fnatic, I think Fnatic massively misplayed that. Like they tried to spawn camp them, then they thought they had time to go high ground, then they couldn't get on the cart because they were so out of position. It was just bad, I think, from Fnatic there. I think they do it again here. So like that was a good bubble, Zoms. Good job, dude. You blocked the damage this time. Congrats. Shadowburn's gonna die here, and now I think the fight's kind of over. It's a really good Earth Shatter actually, though. It's like a 4-man Earth Shatter, which it's really good. And I think this is like Too Easy trying to like save his teammates, but they're kind of in a weird spot where they're just gonna lose anyway. Too Easy lives like a very long time. But yeah, Shadowburn died early. It was a good Earth Shatter, but there's no follow up, and that's kind of the hard part about this game right now is that unless your team, like you have a Zarya with high charge or your Roadhog's like literally in the best position, you're not really gonna save them.
Win for Fnatic, not just in the fight, but in the ultimate advantage as well. Look
9 out of 10 bubble.
almost every fight we're saying he has his
So now they're gonna have Nano Dragon Blade. They did a really good job this tournament of using Nano Dragon Blade. They didn't use it well in the NGE qualifiers, but they used it well in this tournament. Like they just kept going to it, which was really good. So, like stuff like this happens where they nano boost Genji, but like the sound barrier comes out. I feel like he got a few no regs there or something. I don't know how Buds gets a double kill there. I think it was just a whole hog. Or it has to have been a whole hog. But Buds gets a 2K during that, and that was just a really good sound barrier from Bonithil, I think. Fnatic looks like they use Graviton too. So, I mean, you're watching that from 2Easy's point, or not from 2Easy, from Shadowburn's point of view, so it's kind of hard to tell what went on. But sound barrier, Graviton, and Mech Suit, I guess, came out, and then
diving up and then coming straight down with
2Easy, or Shadowburn was just unable to get kills in that Graviton. Yeah, the Shadow, I mean, the Earth Shadow was bad. It was a 5-man Earth Shadow, though, so you could argue that, I mean, it was still a good Earth Shadow, it just wasn't, like, the best timed, I guess, because Shadowburn had just died. Forsaken has sound barrier, whole hog, Earth Shatter. This is just a big play from Stoop. Weezy keeps hitting these hooks, but that's like a good luck, have fun hook.
yeah, and you got a feel for Factor Fiction here. I feel like he's being overshadowed a little bit. Stoop having a great game.
So Shadowburn, is this the point where... Okay, so this is another time where Fnatic throws. So like, you see this Shadowburn?
Additionally, as someone that's
He's gonna actually trade
present in this game.
because Fnatic's like trying so hard to stagger him that they don't realize that FaZe is like respawning. So they think that they're being cute by like staggering the Shadowburn death, but then they just wind up feeding their Roadhog, which is most of their damage. Like, I don't know. See, like, look at this push now from FaZe. Like, it's so easy because there's nobody there. And then 2Easy just pushes them off the cart. I don't remember if they actually... I don't think they win this, right? They lose. Factfiction kills Kusta. Factfiction dies. Yeah, I think once Factfiction's dead, it's kind of over. But, just a rough life, I think. That's kind of like the story of this tournament, I think, was the... What's it called? Was like just teams just getting stuck at the last point in most maps because you just get like held. It's like Factfiction's alive now. I think 2Easy comes back as Tracer. He just gets sleep darted. Feels bad, man. Baby D was running around. Like it's really hard to finish this map for sure. I didn't feel like FaZe or Fnatic played poorly on the last point. It's really hard to finish. It's just unlucky, I guess, because like I think if that pin hadn't come out on Factfiction, they probably would have finished the map. But that's just life. But yeah, there were a lot of Symmetra full holds. I think Fnatic, I mean, FaZe made this closer. I don't know that they actually should have taken the first point the way that they did, but it's just kind of how it is.